SafeMoon is one of the most trending cryptocurrencies of this moment, and millions of people are looking for information about this crypto and if they should buy it. In this video I will go over everything you need to know about the crypto SafeMoon by looking at and analyzing their white paper and also giving my own honest opinion on whether you should be interested in this crypto or whether you should buy it. So let us begin with the part you are probably most interested in. Should you be interested in SafeMoon? In my opinion, it is definitely worth it to take a look into it and to learn more about it. SafeMoon has some revolutionary ideas about problems a lot of cryptocurrencies at this moment are struggling with: whales and stability. SafeMoon strives to go against whales by offering rewards based on holding the crypto for a long time and high transaction costs so that you cannot step in and out of the currency a lot without paying a relatively big price. They also offer more stability by using a liquidity pool, which basically is a pool of tokens retrieved from those high transaction costs, and more on this when we go over the white paper, but which prevents the price from dipping a lot when whales sell and generally makes the price more stabilized. So one critique I do have is that to me there's no clear real use for the coin. Of course, the main idea behind cryptocurrency is a decentralized online blockchain-based currency, and that is what it is, and I do find that it does its job better than others because this coin clearly has mechanics in place uh, to prevent radical price changes, and therefore it is more stable, which makes it more attractive as an actual way to pay. Also, as you can see here, SafeMoon has risen quite a lot in the recent months since its inception. I think there's a lot of room to grow for this coin, especially with its ideas. So in this kind of way of looking at it, I definitely think it could be a good investment. Also here you can see that the market cap has no data, but they themselves on the website state that it is about 4 billion. So now let's move to the more technical part about SafeMoon, which is the white paper. And in this white paper we will look at three separate parts, which are the static rewards, the liquidity pool acquisition, and the manual burn. So let's begin with the static rewards. SafeMoon offers static rewards, so basically the rewards do not change. And this used to not be the case with cryptocurrencies, but now a lot of cryptocurrencies have adopted this way of doing rewards, and that is because it, like they say here as well, it aims to alleviate some of the downward sell pressure put on the token caused by earlier adopters selling their tokens after farming crazy high annual percentage yield. So basically these static rewards are a way to keep people from selling the coin when they have crazy high returns and to actually still hold it with static rewards. So you could say that this is one of the mechanisms to keep people from selling SafeMoon and to keep them holding the currency, which makes it more safe and stable. So then the next part is manual burns. The burning of tokens is something that happens a lot with cryptocurrencies, and you can have manual burns or you can have continuous burns. With a continuous burn, a cryptocurrency is burned on a regular basis. And if you don't know what burning is quite literally destroying tokens, and this can be done in a lot of different ways. And one of the ways, which is not the way SafeMoon uses, but one of the ways is by sending it to an address where you can only send it and you cannot take it back from. But it's not so important what burning really is. It is more important that they do it manually. And their reasoning behind doing it manually and therefore controlled by the team is to reward the holders based on achievements, and it is to help keep the community rewarded and informed. So basically they want to do it manually to still have some control about the community and still have some control about whether and when the price goes up, because when tokens are burned, less tokens are in supply, and less supply and the same demand means that the price goes up, as you can see here very well. And then we move on to the last part I'm going to review of the white paper, and also the last part of the white paper, which is the automatic liquidity pool, the LP. And they themselves say it's the secret sauce of them, And so a liquidity pool is basically a pool of tokens. In this case, SafeMoon, where people buy from and where people sell into. Well, kind of sell into, because we will get to that later. But 10% of every transaction actually is charged when you try to buy and when you try to sell, which is also what I said earlier, to keep whales from buying and selling the currency a lot. And a part of these transaction costs actually go into the automatic liquidity pool. And this liquidity pool actually takes care of that people can buy the currency for a nice price, as I said earlier, also to prevent radical price changes. Also, as the SafeMoon token LP increases, so together with more transactions, the liquidity pool actually will increase. The price stability also mirrors this, so there will be a more solid price floor and a cushion for holders, a cushion for the downside of the currency. And here you can see that in the beginning the total supply was 1 quadrillion and in the beginning the devs actually burned, well, let's say 1/4 of the coins, and this is what launched at supply. But this is not the case anymore. They manually burned some more tokens, but you can find that on their website. I believe at this moment they have about 450 trillion coins in supply. And then on to the last part, the SafeMoon protocol, which is the most important part to get everything, and that is the 10% fee which is taken with every transaction. You can actually see that 5% is redistributed to all existing holders. So that is one of the mechanics in place to prevent you from selling and to let you hold the currency for a long time. And the other 5% is 50-50, so 2.5% both. One is sold by the contract into the Binance coin, and the other half of SafeMoon tokens are actually paired against the BNB, which is quite usual, and they are added as a liquidity pair on PancakeSwap for the liquidity pool. So with this we reach the end of this video. We went over the white paper and I gave you my opinion on whether you should be interested in this coin. By now I hope you have a good idea of what the coin is about, and if you don't, you can always read on our website. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them down below.